Emily loved a good dare. She wasn't afraid of much, not spiders, not the dark, and certainly not old houses. So when her friends dared her to spend 5 minutes inside Blackwood Manor, she didn't hesitate. "Easy peasy," she said, already marching towards the house. It loomed at the end of the street, dark and silent. The old house seemed to be watching her. As Emily got closer, she heard the sound of crickets chirping. The rusty gate creaked as she pushed it open. A shiver ran down her spine. Why did she feel so cold all of a sudden? The old house was even creepier up close. The paint was peeling and the windows were boarded up. Emily tried the doorknob. It was unlocked. Inside, the air was thick with dust and the smell of decay. Cobwebs hung from every corner. Emily took a deep breath and stepped inside. The floorboards creaked beneath her feet. Every sound echoed in the silence. Emily wandered down a hallway. She stopped to look at the portraits on the wall. They seemed to follow her with their eyes. The house was a maze of rooms, each one filled with old furniture and forgotten belongings. Emily found a dusty old gramophone and a child's doll lying on its side. She swore she saw the doll blink. She continued exploring until she found herself in the mansion's library. The room was dark, lit only by a sliver of moonlight coming through a boarded-up window. Bookshelves lined the walls. Emily ran her fingers along the spines of the books. They were cold and damp. As she turned to leave, she noticed something strange etched into the back of the door. It was a symbol, a circle with a star inside. Suddenly, Emily heard a whisper coming from the corner of the room. It seemed to be coming from the shadows, whispering her name. Emily. She froze, her heart pounding in her chest. She could hear her own breath. Was someone in the room with her? She turned towards the sound. 2 glowing red eyes pierced the darkness. A cold hand reached out and grabbed her wrist. Emily screamed, but the sound died in her throat. The shadows were closing in.